British system of government is meant to be the shining example of democracy.
Yeah.
But there's not a single agency within the executive branch that makes a commitment to defend democracy. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
At this point in time, no single member of the executive branch makes an oath to democracy. And yet we, the British people, the British system of government is meant to be the shining example of democracy.
Yeah.
But there's not a single agency within the executive branch that makes a commitment to defend democracy. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the very minimum that we should expect is that our executive branch are making a verbal commitment to defend the principles of democracy. Now, whether that means we keep a form of constitutional monarchy and we can figure that out, fine. If on the other end, we, as a people, we decide, no, it's time to do away with the crown and we go to a republican system, fine, or something in the middle. All I want is a conversation. And all I'm also saying is, listen, we as people, as citizens of Britain, we should get to say how we want to form society. And here's the thing. We can form society in any way, that shape or form that we want it to be formed. We're not limited to this was how it's done.
Yeah.
We're not limited to how the Americans do it or how another country. We can form a system of governance that we want according to our specific needs as a nation. And so how would it look? I think I don't have all the answers. I think that's a broader conversation. All I'm saying is the very minimum that we need to do is have a genuine commitment to democracy, which we don't have right now. We have what I think is a farce and a charade.
I cannot disagree with a word of that. I may have done 10 years ago, but I think it's become completely obvious now through social media and what's been happening last few years under both governments. This isn't a Labour problem. You know, the Tories were horrendous for 14 years. Blair was horrendous before that. This is the Uni Party trying to keep us under control. I think you're right. I think it's time this country had that discussion, and it's for the country, the people, to decide how they're to be governed. And I'm glad you didn't have all the answers, because if you had all the answers, the accusation would have been you're just a different version of them telling us how we should be governed.
Well, what's democracy? Democracy is by the people, for the people, in essence, right?
Exactly.
So we need to have that conversation to figure out. In fact, democracy may say, well, there are some elements that we want that I don't approve of or want, but that's what democratic systems are, right? And then we have to say, well, yeah, that's a democratic system is therefore imperfect. Of course it's imperfect. Yes. It's never going to tick the box for everybody. But it's about creating a society in which there is fairness across the board. And that's what we want. That's all we want.
Not a lot to ask for.
Not a lot to ask for.